Trying to remember where we left off last time. Because I know we managed to get the space boots, which let us double jump. And now we've also got the wave beam. So I think quite a lot has opened up for us. I think the wave beam ends up getting a lot more use in puzzles out of all of the blasters. Mainly probably just because it comes first, but I know there are a lot of electrical-based puzzles in this game that are really clever. I like how they do try to incorporate the different blasters into the environment. But those guys still need missiles. Alright, let me get my bearings. I think we've got a lot of places we can go now. Because I can open that door. I've said this before, but this is my favorite area of Metroid Prime. It manages to be where I think the GameCube really gets to show off. And I think I can actually deal with these guys now. Yeah. Now that we have our space boots, we can actually get on the roof. Well, I guess I went the wrong way. Oh well. I do hear something. Oh, spider ball, of course. But I think I said before in this area that I'm a big fan of layered level design. The idea that you can kind of end up falling into a new part of the room by failing a platforming challenge. Gotcha. Okay. It wants me to actually use my new ability. Now, I know that if you start charging this thing with these guys nearby, they will charge you. Ugh. Alright. Well, I need to be here, but higher up. We can read some lore. Okay. Simply trying to contain the Phazon on the planet was driving them insane. Trying to keep the artifacts hidden, keeping the meteor intact, and then eventually trying to fight off the space pirates. It just, they didn't have a chance. Here we go. Metroid always ends up being a tragedy. It's like, it's a space opera. It feels so good to platform with a double jump. Because I don't think you actually had, well, you had the screw attack in earlier games that let you infinitely jump. And obviously I don't think they could have pulled that off here. Although I think they do in either 2 or 3. But anyway, it's interesting that the double jump kind of solves that problem by not only being a height upgrade, but kind of being a way for you to recorrect yourself if you're platforming. Just makes the 3D maneuvering even easier. Oh, right. Okay. I gotta raise the water level here and then do a platforming challenge, but I want to take care of these guys. They're not bothering me, are they? I think I can leave them. Nope. Interesting mechanic, using the boost as a morph ball tool. It works, I guess. It looks cool, I guess, when you have a bridge lowering down or a platform rising. Alright. I just need to reach up here. Morph ball bomb this. I don't think... Do I need to rush across and do the same on the other side? Ah, that's what I was afraid of. Oh well. We made it. Okay, nice. Although all that for an energy tank, I would have expected it to be a power-up, but that is a-okay. We would take those. Ah, that's fun. I think there's actually a couple of rooms like this in Phendrana Drifts that have this sort of central design where you have to platform around it. I don't know how I get up there. I have tools to open the doors, but... I might need to do this puzzle again. Okay, well, let's try going this way. Ah, I see. Well, I didn't really need the water, but I got to see the animation play out. So that was cool. Alright, and I know there's a save room nearby. There we go. I actually don't know. I'm assuming this is Space Pirate design? A lot of the set design in the save areas is Space Pirate themed, so I'm assuming it's just like a... kind of like in Half-Life, how you can use the Combine energy repair nodes. You can kind of just use Space Pirate technology. Alright. I don't have the tool necessary to open that, and I think I'm going to get it. I think I'm slowly starting to remember this area. But see, I love it. It's not just a snowy area, it's a snowy research base. Now we're Metal Gear. And look at that, there's snow inside. And I think this is where we actually start fighting the space pirates. They know we're here. We know they're here. Okay, okay. Okay. Fun little boss. Or not boss, but combat section. I think it gets to show off the pirate AI, which is actually pretty robust, at least it pretends to be pretty well. At the very least, I've noticed that space pirates will try to take cover from you if they're getting lit up. Although sometimes they do just stare at you. Who knows? At any rate, it's obvious they put some effort into it, because it is hard fighting them. Especially once they get some resistances later on. Every time I go through these tunnels, I can't help but think of Crash Bandicoot. Specifically the second one. So many different pipe levels. Oh boy, I think this is where we're gonna get revealed. But not only is Ridley here, but the Metroids are too. Okay. Yeah, fun little padding. I like this kind of stuff. Makes me feel like, ooh, science. I recently rewatched The Thing, so that's all I can think about right now. Hey, what's up? Goodbye. Yet again, the upscaling has made this room look infinitely better. I'm surprised at just how much detail was left hidden just as a result of the GameCube's lack of fidelity, or maybe the televisions of the time. I remember playing this on CRT. Nice. Well, it looks like there's something in there. Sounds like it too. But we don't have the tool needed to open it. Yet. Really weird door design, but I kind of love it. It definitely makes you feel like you're traversing an area that's not designed for you. I love that in games, where it intentionally inconveniences your movement to make it feel like, hey, you know, this probably wasn't made for you. Yes, okay, this is a cool room. Where are you? Where are you? I hear you. There you are. Also, some pretty impressive ragdolls. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other games at the time that even had ragdolls. Like physics. Maybe Pikmin? Not even then. I do wonder how much of Metroid was designed to be kind of a tech demo for the GameCube. I know this project was kind of looked after by Miyamoto closer than most games handed off to third-party studios. So I can't imagine there wasn't at least some small part of this game that was meant to showcase Nintendo's efforts as a whole. Ooh. Alright, what do the pirates have to say? Well, they're mining more Phazon, with apparently lots of military forces. Oh, and they're tearing up the Chozo ruins, of course, because we hate the Spice Pirates. Okay, apparently their main base of operations is Phendrana Drifts, with the Phazon mines being their main, mining operation. I think there's some entries later on that are like, you cannot keep the enemies of the area as pets. They will be immediately shot upon returning to base. You are only allowed to have 10 units of fun per cycle. Okay. I'll admit I didn't see where I was going. Up we go. Okay, well, I think I'm heading that way. Do I need to be down there? Okay, I see my problem. Not. Let me see the cutscene again, because I was looking at something else. Oh, where's the other? Okay, well, I'm assuming I have another Morph Ball bomb slot. Oh, I know, I just totally missed it. My bad. See, I always assume when this puzzle music is playing that there's a time limit, but I don't think so. I think it's just supposed to be tension music. Okay. Well. I see. I see. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. They really did try to find a way to make every ability useful in multiple ways. Even something as, I wouldn't say innocuous, but something as straightforward as the boost ball has multiple uses outside of its intended, traversal ability. Nice. Well, that means I should be able to get to the top now, where I believe a present is waiting for me. But I love this planetarium hologram. You can look at all the different planets. I won't go through all of them, but there is one that foreshadows the second game. Oh, there's Talon 4. Oh no. Apparently, according to calculations, in 25 years it'll be a barren wasteland. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen. Oh, there's Zebus. Zebes? Who knows? Thought there was a planet here that was a reference. Well, might as well keep on moving. Man, translating this game must have been a chore. I don't actually know how many languages this released in. It might not have been many. But I know for sure it was English, Japanese, and I think French. Of course, thankfully there's no spoken lines. The only ones are in the European version of this game, which is just a voiceover in the beginning. But here we are. Okay, so this is an interesting... I don't know if it was ever telegraphed as this in the old games, but now it's just a charge shot plus a missile to create a super missile, instead of it being its own kind of separate ammunition. Okay, thank you. Actually, I might have missed that. By now, I'm feeling pretty powerful. Like, we've got tons of not only high damaging abilities, but we've got lots of rubble clearing abilities. We can open a lot of doors. I feel like the game is gonna pump the brakes on us pretty soon. Definitely reminding us that we have missiles. I see. Okay. This is a really cool fight arena. Probably the most memorable one in Phendrana Drifts. I think I'm just going to focus on fighting because it is fairly difficult. Alright, wonderful. Now we get to really see why these guys are... They need to be taken out first. Well, now we see just how useful the super missiles are. They are indeed very powerful, but you can see they use a lot of resources. 5 missiles. Now what's interesting is that you can't use this yet with the other weapons. You actually have to unlock the each respective charge missile variant. And you can actually beat the game without getting them all, which I've done on my first one. My first playthrough, I should say. But a lot of the late game hidden items are locked behind these abilities. Now, here is a location that took me forever to find, but this is actually where you find one of the artifacts. Unfortunately, I don't think I have the tools necessary to get it, because I need to melt this glass. Or ice. But it almost feels like I could just barely hit it from here. I wonder. No, I don't think so. Oh well. But that's actually two different areas we can use the melty beam on once we get it. Again, maybe it's not as unique as I think it is, but there are so many different unique assets in this game for just one-off areas that just you can completely walk past. And it's amazing they managed to cram all of this inside of that purple box. God damn it. The Metroids are back. I mean, it's the name of the series, so you can't expect them to go extinct, but there are very few situations where we like Metroids being present. And of course, the game makes you fight the first one you see, which I love. I love that jump scare. Now, you don't need ice to kill them anymore, but they're still pretty formidable. You don't want them to latch onto you. But you get rid of them the same way. You go into a morph ball, and then you drop a bomb. I'm reminded of the commercial they aired for Metroid Prime that showed a lot of the locations in-game in a sort of a real-life set piece. I don't know what the impetus behind creating that commercial was, why actually building sets for it, but it was so cool. It was a live-action Samus commercial. Oh, you gotta be careful, otherwise that Metroid's gonna bust out. Nice. I just love the theming here. It calls back to the Orpheon frigate, but it's combined with the snow area, so it's all cold and icy. No, it rhymes. Okay, this room was a lot harder on original hardware because of just how dark everything was. Even now, with the upscaling, it's really hard to see. That's cool, I forget you can do that. There's little bits of environmental damage you can do. Yeah, no, this area legitimately scared me. As a kid. Definitely not as an adult. But trying to climb these platforms in the dark, trying to use what we will eventually get is the thermal visor. It's, especially with the Metroids busting out of the wall, it's very terrifying. But I like this. This is a fun little scan puzzle. It's just another fun explore the environment, scan for things. And it's apt, right? It's trying to remind you, hey, you've got other visors. They're useful, so use them. Although I think the thermal visor really only gets used to locate specific enemies. I can only really remember trying to track down invisible space pirates. Although I think there are a couple puzzles that rely on them. So I won't say for certainty that it's useless. Alright. Looking for one more red. Is it up here? One more red scannable item. Yeah, I'm remembering now, I did play some of Metroid Prime 2, enough that I got to the Dark World, but their scan system is different from how it's presented here, where you have nodes that you have to lock onto that are kind of like decals applied like this. Instead, in Metroid Prime 2, the whole object is scannable. Like it has a, it turns into like a textureless polygon. And I don't know which one I prefer. It looks weird when it grabs certain items that are kind of weirdly shaped or meant to be half decor. It kind of takes you out of it, makes it seem very video gamey. I kind of like the simple node approach that they have here. So they make us learn a puzzle and force us to use our new item in the same room. This is them pumping the brakes. It says, all right, you got all these new weapons. Use them. But me, I'm just gonna run. I gotta say, it's cool that each HUD has its own design and overlay. I want to see what it's like just in the dark. That's not too bad. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's navigatable. Navigable? Anyhow, I need to hit that panel. You know what? I'll explain the puzzle once we have the second one later on. I really love how invested they got into making all the different visual effects. Especially since they're trying to imply that you're in Samus's suit, or you are Samus. You know, I didn't really think about it, but I guess they cut the power in response to me showing up. Maybe not the power, but they cut the light. And everything has a unique interaction for each beam type. Turrets go crazy if you electrify them. I don't know how I feel about the light and dark guns from Metroid Prime 2. I'm thinking about them in comparison to the weapons you get in this game, and I can't really say that I think any highly of them, or any higher than this game's. But I also don't feel like I fully utilize them. I don't know, maybe I haven't played enough of the game to know, but something about it being elemental powers makes more sense. Yeah, I see it. I bet this area is going to be repopulated. A fight area so good, we made you fight in it twice. Actually, I think a lot of rooms get repopulated with big fights if you leave them for a while. Especially this one. And I think they might be trying to teach you that here. Let's spend some time trying to gather up supplies. I'm surprised there's no equivalent in this game of the endlessly spawning type enemies from Metroid 1, and I think Metroid, or Super Metroid. Well, we now have an interesting new tool that'll be useful for... You know, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think you do use it to find electrifiable terminals. Well, so let's go find out. Let's go see. Because there's a puzzle coming up pretty soon that's going to require the wave beam again. I love that static effect. Not used very often, the enemies that lock the doors, and I'm kind of glad. It makes sense here, because it's their base of operations. But I don't like having to clear a room of enemies before I get to move on. Oh, you know what? We can open this now. First, let's open this guy up real quick. Oh, I see you back there. Good. We're gonna need those missiles now, especially now that we've got the super missiles. I'm trying to remember where you find the other super missile varieties for the wave beam, plasma beam. I remember one of them being at the top of a circular room where you have to have a lot of missiles to complete the puzzle there. And the worst part is it resets if you leave the room. Wow. I'm actually surprised we're keeping so much health. Yet again, when I walk through these tunnels, I'm expecting the barrels from Crash Bandicoot 2 to start rolling side to side. Alright, alright. Okay. That was very interesting. I've never had that kind of interaction with the space pirates. They have not charged me all at once like that, but we made it out. Oh, there's a door I haven't opened. Ah, yes, I will happily take this. Radical. And I think I've explored a lot over here. I have to come back later with the ice beam. It's not showing up on the map, so I'm assuming that's like an elevator or something. All that's left is the boss. Awesome. It's a cool boss. I'm actually trying to think of what my favorite one is. I like the one here just because it's a snow boss, and I like snow bosses. The final boss is pretty good. Ridley's pretty good. Man. I guess if hard pressed, I might say Ridley. I don't know. I haven't played all of the Metroid games, but this is the one that feels the most like morally justified I've felt towards not liking Ridley. So maybe it's because it feels less video gamey with the more realistic graphics, which I hate saying, but I don't know. There's actually like I do not like this iteration of Ridley. I want to defeat him. I don't even think I've seen him do anything particularly vicious. Right. Okay, so this door is locked, but it also has no power. I need to find a power conduit. And since I've got an energy weapon, I can definitely power it. And that's where the thermal visor comes into use. They tried so hard to make every weapon useful in some way in navigating the world. I'm sitting on 50 missiles. I'm happy about that. Oh, that's right. We're gonna get... Ah, yes. Okay, we're getting Spider Ball after this. That makes me very happy. Alright, buddy. Well, now you've got the Morph Ball Dash, you've got the Super Missiles, you got the Thermal Visor. Why don't you prove you know how to use them? Let's get some info on this guy. Oh, nope. This is Thardus. It's a sentient creature, apparently powered by Phazon. Which, it brings into question just what Phazon is, that it can manipulate non-organic matter too, but whatever. Right, so basically what it's telling us is that there are different hot spots on his body that we can target with the Thermal Visor. And to escape this giant ball form, yeah, we use the ball boost. But yeah, this is a really fun puzzle that's pretending to be a boss. And your reward for having a lot of missiles is being able to do lots and lots of damage to this guy pretty fast. Ah, I hit his hand. Oh, did I hit it? Oh, that's awesome. Nope. There we go. Sorry, I'm actually really focused on this. This is a fun boss. It's a real puzzle because you have to swap in and out of visors, you've got to target different body parts, and you got to pay attention to where the boss is. I also just like inanimate what's the term I want to use? Like golems that are made out of various smaller golems, like rock monsters or like the Mega Zords from Power Rangers. Yeah? Oh, I made him upset. This is cool. So now the entire arena is going to be covered by fog. Yikes. I ate that right in the face. man, I don't have hardly any missiles. That's okay. This boss fight has refill stations. Because this is good game design, where your bosses actually give you resources so you can, you know, win the fight. Oh, I can't swap visors while I'm frozen. Nice, there we go. Now we're cooking with Phazon. It does really put into perspective a creature this powerful. Like, this probably isn't even the most powerful being that the Phazon can generate, create, mutate. But when Samus's suit gets infected in the later games, and you get Dark Samus, it goes to show you just really how powerful the Phazon is. All that crammed into Samus's body is, like, insane. I'm feeling pretty good about this boss fight. We're doing all right. I will say, they really want you to know what you're doing by the end of this boss fight. It's kind of long, but that's okay. I do not mind fighting these guys. Whoa, you went right into ball form. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even think about that, but he goes into the ball form, and then you also have to go into ball form. Let's end this. Come on. Come on, buddy. Cool boss. Cool concept. I don't know why she was looking away from it, though. Oh well. We have the spider ball! Looks like a yo-yo. This was an ability in Metroid 2. And I don't think it came back until this game. But, I guess they just needed an ability for the, Morph Ball. And they used a pretty cool one. I mean, it's a pretty linear, ability. Like, you just use it to attach to a rail. But the game does some surprising things with it. There are a couple puzzles actually I remember later on in the game that are really, really fun with the spider ball. Well, I want to go this way, it looks like. Yeah, see, it's not entirely linear. You can hop tracks, you can drop yourself down. There's a lot you can do. And I think it speaks to just how much they were thinking about each of these items. Even into the late game. I guess I should say, even in the early game. All the areas seem to have gotten pretty even attention. Well, I think I want to go in there, actually, before I leave here. Oh, right. I cannot go over there yet because I don't have the grapple hook. Oh, look, they put a boss in here. So that's... I love bosses becoming normal field enemies. Oh boy, my favorite area, Magmore Caverns. But again, I can't even complain about this area because just like Phendrana, there's so many different areas. Even the mechanical rooms in Magmore feel different than Phendrana. I got so much to explore. Oh, well, apparently not yet. I know I have my streams right now scheduled for an hour between each game, but I'm actually going to start pushing the time that I stream each individual game a little bit at a time so that I can eventually move from 2-hour streams to 4-hour streams. And maybe even longer, we'll see. But I say that with us coming up pretty soon on 1 o'clock, we will transition over in about 30 minutes to Team Fortress. That should be a lot of fun too. I love that game so much. I really appreciate a game having an art style over it trying to be realistic, because I think there's a difference. I think there is an artist attempting to create something as close to reality as possible, and an artist using reality, among other things, as an inspiration for the visual style of the game. TF2 is a perfect example of that. I love how it looks. I love how it's designed to immediately communicate a bunch of visual things to you. Like, you turn a corner and you know immediately, okay, this is what I'm facing. I need to come up with options. What do I do? And you've got a split second to do all that. Similarly, this game has more style over the realism. And it works because the environment needs to be readable. You need to be able to look at the environment and say, okay, where am I going? Wow, I got launched. I'm about to stand in lava, too. Oh my god. That was awesome. Thought I heard voices. It's these little creatures. It scared me for a second. I do actually like this puzzle. A long time ago, there used to be at Disney World a big building with a lot of video games in it. I forget what it was called. I think I need to actually activate this puzzle first. I think it was Downtown Disney. You'd think I'd remember the details from this a bit better, but I remember there being an arcade game that involved lots of different arcade booths. One second, I need to actually read that. Gotcha, I need to use my wave beam. But yeah, there were different arcade booths set up connected to real-life RC cars that were present in a viewable area underneath the gaming floor. So you could look down at the floor and see the trucks from a top-down view, and then control them using the arcade booths. And it was awesome, because you'd have one person trying to direct you while the other is trying to drive the car with this GoPro strapped on top. Total chaos, because there'd be 12 other families trying to do that, and of course you wouldn't be able to hear over each other. But a lot of these Metroid top-down morph ball puzzles remind me of that. There's quite a few of them too. There's an electric one, I think, in Phazon Mines that I really like. This is just a cool combination of morph ball puzzle and scan puzzle, which I think is a nice way to ironically cool down after the boss. Oh, I guess it does make sense because we're cooling the lava. I am clever. Oh dear. Ah. See, I actually thought this puzzle was for progression, but that's okay. We take those. We're actually looking pretty good right now. I do need to stock up on more missiles, but our overall missile capacity is actually pretty decent. Health is pretty good. I think there are a couple of power-ups I can go back and get. And I'm debating, actually, whether or not to do that on stream. I mean, it'd make for more content, but it also would... It might be boring. Oh. I don't know. Let's just play the game and see. Maybe I don't even need them. I'm not trying to 100% this after all. I love this enemy. It exists only for you to shoot and use as a platform, but it does its job pretty well. I think our next ability is going to be the Ice Beam, which I'm very happy about. That's my favorite weapon. Well, I don't know. I have to pick between the Wave Beam and the Ice Beam. Probably the Ice Beam, just because it's got like a cool frost effect. Can I do this puzzle right now, or do I need the grapple hook? For now, I'm just gonna explore. Does that crush you? Oh, okay. Oh, is that where the artifact is? One of these pillars has it. Well, I think the game is trying to tell me that I'm not supposed to be here yet. Oh, no, actually. No, I can be here. Oh, I hate these things so much. Oopsie. Well, cool. Now I've got a way to go around, and I can probably hit the save station real fast. Now that I think about it, I don't think there are any refill stations in this game, except maybe near the end. Or no, your ship. Your ship will refill your ammo. I think. Huh. You know what? That save was not as close as I thought. I think I might want to head back. There's still other stuff to explore. But I did open up a new route to at least come this way if I end up on the other side. Man, Magmore is... I gotta say, it is oppressive. It's scary platforming through here. And the lava doesn't even really hurt that much, especially relative to how much health we have now, but still. I love the warning meter. I love that that's in this game. They're in working order. Do I need to be higher up? Really, I should be able to do this puzzle. Oh, no. Grapple hook. Gotcha. Grapple beam. My apologies. I don't really have much to say about the level design in this area. Outside of it being difficult, it's really just kind of pure platforming. Just hard. Which I guess it's all it really needs to be. Oh my goodness. I do love that they dive bomb you as they're dying. It adds so much character. There's so much spite behind the space pirates. It makes them a really good enemy to fight, but I do feel a little bad for them. You're not supposed to, though. I think they're just genetically evil, you know? And that feels weird to say. I think we need a couple more abilities. Yeah, I think we actually need the super bomb. Although it's interesting that they put us in a pipe like this, because there is another pipe that we can break earlier, I think in Talon Overworld. That is itself a callback to Super Metroid's explodable glass hallway with the super bomb. So I'm wondering if that was intentional. I'm guessing if that was intentional. What is my objective? I'm being given a lot of ice doors, and I'm being allowed to go back this way, so am I going back to Chozo Ruin? Where do I need... Where do I need the wave beam at that I haven't gone? Let me take a peek over back in Phendrana. Yeah? Oh, you know, I guess we could go back to Phendrana. There are a couple of puzzles there we can take care of. Although, it might just be that one expansion. You know what? Why not? We might run into some other stuff. And we're right here, regardless. So I am playing this with a GameCube controller, and the way that you swap between all these different weapons you have and visors is with the C-stick and the D-pad, which feels really natural. It actually makes it so that trying to play this on modern controllers does feel a bit weird. There are instances where Nintendo's janky controls are mastered by a game, but that means that the game can really only be enjoyed with the janky controls. Okay, so now we need to look out for any more spider ball puzzles. And I know where one is, but I'm not sure if there's more in Phendrana Drifts. I want to go this way. Yet again, every exit, every entrance to every area feels so unique. It makes every room so easy to remember. I open a door and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm here. Even here. Oh my goodness. They move so bizarrely. Combined with the static, it's actually a little frightening. So we're gonna hang right, and then we're gonna check out this area. I think it's just a missile upgrade, but we take those, absolutely. Well, I'm down here, which is where I wanted to be. But I like the set pieces, or the environmental design of each area being distinct, even though there are some similarities. Like, this hallway is pretty similar to most that are in the Chozo ruins, but there's an effort to actually make it look different. Aside from the obvious environmental effects of snow and rain and all that, but... Okay. I see. So I need to be in... Oh, I need to be in the overworld. Okay. Well, there's lots to explore up there. We can make our way over there. I might be in a pretty good position to do that once I finish up. Where is the elevator to get up there? I'm sure we'll find it. I forget, Phendrana's... I could never remember how each of the areas are connected. It is a bit confusing, but Phendrana, I think, is only really... I think you can only get to it from Magmore Caverns and maybe Chozo... or Phazon Mines? It's very strange. I will say, I don't know if the game does a fantastic job at setting... how do I want to say it? It's hard for me to know, like, yes, I'm approaching the colder area of the region. It's more like you start seeing certain environmental designs in rooms. It's not like, oh, if I head northward, it'll get colder. I hear a power-up, so I should be in the right location. I know there's one up here. Did I hear another one? Yeah, I do. I'm betting I'm gonna need the lava missile for it. Yeah. Extreme heat, which you would think is a super missile, but no. I'm actually trying to remember if it's the charge beam for the lava weapon or if you need the actual super missiles. Oh my... Is that moving me? I didn't know you could do that. Oh my goodness. Oh, what? That's awesome. It's an anti-lame system. That's really funny. I've noticed that my bullets have been curving because it's been in the area, that boss. Okay, I think I can actually do a puzzle over here, too. So this worked out pretty good. Yep, and then we use Wave Beam. Or first we gotta use the Thermal Visor. Or do I just have to scan it and I'm being a dingus? Is this a missile? Yeah. That's awesome. I love these little pocket areas. What else can I do here? I don't really think there's anything in there I can do yet. And there. I really don't want to get lost in that labyrinth right now. So I think I'm just going to head to Talon Overworld. Which we can do by heading to Magmore first. And play for another... 15 or so minutes. We can at least get ourselves over there. Get situated. Oh man. It's just... You can tell the developers spend a lot of time in the rooms. Alright, let's get our bearings here and see where we're going. It doesn't seem that far, we just need to keep going straight. Although I wonder, yeah, there's a puzzle in here. Can I get there now? I could probably get to that upper path now. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, that hit? That's awesome. I think the missiles do actually lock on if you are locked on, but not otherwise. It's interesting. Come on, dude. That's me in the lava. That's okay. We're gonna climb back up. And I think we need to... Man, I remember trying to traverse this area so much as a kid and not knowing that you needed the space boots. I just thought you had to find the right platform. But right there, I remember spending so much time trying to jump up on that platform, using the crystals, trying to missile boost, anything. Did not work. It's funny how hard I tried to break this game as a kid and tried to get out of bounds. And I never did, but you can. And apparently it's not even all that difficult. Yeah, see, that just looks cool. I know it's kind of superfluous using the dash ball instead of just bombing it, but that just looks cool. I guess I have to go that way. It's such a powerful feeling in Metroidvanias, getting to go to an area that you couldn't get to before. Wow. Looky what we've got. Awesome. We now have 2 artifacts. I think if we take this one back to the temple, we might unlock a couple more hints, but it might be a while before we're there. That's awesome. Interesting. Why did you say that? Is there a secret here? Interesting. There was a scan that said, ooh, this thing is weak here. Okay, well. Awesome. Well, let us... Oh, there is. Then I wonder, do I need to... Ooh. Sorry for walking on your face, dude. Well, I'm very curious as to what this is. I do not remember it. So I'm guessing it's probably just like a missile expansion that you get once you get maybe the super power bombs. Whoa. I don't know where I am, but we're gonna survive. I think I just executed a dash jump, which is a unique bit of physics manipulation that causes you to get flung really far. And it's actually important for a lot of speedrunning and out-of-bounds glitches. I knew how to do it at one point, and you can do it by accident, but it's just a glitch. Man, this music is so iconic. I wish I knew who composed for this game, because I'm pretty sure I know a lot of their work. My favorites from Nintendo have always been like Tanaka or Totaka. Oh gosh. I'm being very silly skipping the puzzle, but that's another fun thing you can do in this game, is you can just trade some health to skip some platforming, which is you could do it in Super Metroid and a lot of the original Metroids, you know, just walk through lava instead of... Well, I don't know. Thinking about it, there's a lot of puzzles that you have to be very careful with your platforming, and falling in lava usually means you have to restart the puzzle. Interesting concession transitioning to 3D. Players can just walk across your lava fields. Alright, let's find out where we are once we get to the surface. Let's find a save room, because I think I need a snack, a bathroom break, and some time to set up Team Fortress 2. Okay. Awesome, we get to go back to the ship. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That is actually kind of something sad about Super Metroid, is that you don't get to go back to your ship nearly as often. It's right there next to the statues, but that's endgame stuff. Oh man. I posted on my YouTube a short that I made a little while back that is a fictional weather broadcast for a fictional game world. And I'm actually working on one right now for Metroid Prime. So a lot of these locations I've been in free cam mode, and I've been spending a lot of time just looking at. And this game really is just nice to look at. Alright. Let's save. I'm gonna put us on a BRB. Put eyeliner back on. The song, not on my face. And then I will be rejoining y'all very, very shortly.